could affect if it is a misdemeanor or a felony level crime.
He also adds there's also concern about the teen's safety if a homeowner should ever hear something strange late at night and make them move to defend themselves. If you feel your cell phone bill is too high, you could be right. Those with Consumer Reports say many of us are overpaying by hundreds of dollars each year, but you could save up to $500 a year without sacrificing the coverage or reliability you can depend on. Morgan Johnson has her afternoon Consumer Report.
For years, David Morgan stuck with Verizon, even as his monthly bill kept climbing. Like many of us, he was paying more than he wanted for cell phone service.
I felt stuck.
But after 12 years, enough was enough. David said he was through paying for extras he didn't need.
I didn't understand why I was paying so much. I couldn't get clarity in terms of what exactly I was paying for.
It's a common issue. The big three wireless networks, Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile, dominate the market. But Consumer Reports says there are other cheaper options, and switching to a smaller one like David did can save you serious money. These smaller providers called MVNOs can charge less for service since they rent space on the same networks built and maintained by the big three.
US Mobile, Consumer Cellular, and Ting top our ratings, beating out the big guys on value and customer support.
To find the best deal for you, check your bill or your phone settings to find out how much data you use each month. You may be paying for more than you need.
Smaller companies typically offer more options, including lower data plans, and some even let you add on data as needed.
Also, pick the best provider in your area. Choose an MVNO that uses the same network if you get great service now.
People often worry about slowdowns with a smaller carrier, but you probably won't notice a difference.
To keep your number, activate your new plan before canceling the old one. Make sure your phone is paid off, unlocked, and compatible with your new provider. You'll likely need to install a new SIM card or eSIM. It only takes a few simple steps to start saving, and for David, the switch led to even bigger changes.
When I made the switch from Verizon to Ting, it inspired me to look at other bills that I had, and that included my internet and TV bill.
And the savings by switching keep adding up. Be sure to take advantage of all the no-brainer cost savings, like enrolling in paperless and automatic billing and signing up for any available discounts for seniors, veterans, and teachers. With your Consumer Report, Morgan Johnson, Heartland News.
And Megan, regardless of what service carrier you have, having one of these handy during severe weather is so important. I know we'll have a full screen up in just a few minutes after the break of the QR code to scan and get our free weather app, Megan. But yeah, lots of activity heading east.
Absolutely, Jeffrey. We're actually taking a look at Doppler Network right now as we're tracking some stronger storms. Taking a closer look here into Crittenden County, just north of Marion, we can see some really strong winds, that lighter pink, moving close to up to 50 miles per hour. So strong winds moving across the heartland and some strong storms as well. We'll continue to have a full look at this full forecast right after the break.
I've never missed home like this until now. It's my little town in America. Nothing to do but fall in love. Everybody knows your name from Sunday school and baseball games. Mama says on the county line there's a place for sale.
These insect repellents are proven safe and effective even for pregnant and breastfeeding women. And it seems like medical experts are always changing their opinions on which foods are healthiest for us. Oh, and that, by the way, that question becomes more important for pregnant moms. I meant to include that too.
Well, believe it or not, some everyday favorites in your fridge could also pose as a hidden risk even for your little ones.
Here's Morgan Johnson breaking down which foods moms should be avoiding, plus safer choices to enjoy in your afternoon Consumer Report.
When Bianca Isesolaya found out she was pregnant, her focus shifted. Everything she did was with her baby's health in mind.
I just wanted to make sure that I did my part the best that I could to make sure that my daughter had the best chances of being healthy.
Part of giving your baby the best start begins with making sure the food you eat is safe. Pregnant women need to be especially careful to avoid Listeria, a harmful bacteria that can sometimes be found in ready-to-eat foods. According to the CDC, about 1 in 4 pregnant women who get Listeria lose their pregnancy or their babies shortly after birth.
Listeria can thrive in cold, damp places like food processing plants and survive on all kinds of surfaces. The list of foods that can carry Listeria is long, so focus on avoiding those that pose the highest risk.
That includes deli meats, some cheeses, hot dogs, and prepared deli salads. Soft cheeses like queso fresco or queso blanco, popular in many Latino households, also carry a risk of listeria and are best avoided during pregnancy. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are also risky, but because they're packed with nutrients, when possible, choose greens you can cook.
You can lower your risk by cooking foods thoroughly to a safe internal temperature, which would kill any listeria present. Using a food thermometer can ensure everything's fully cooked and safe to eat.
With that in mind, it's best to steer clear of raw or smoked seafood like sushi or lox, refrigerated meat spreads or pâtés, and raw alfalfa and bean sprouts. Talk with your doctor to get clear guidance on what's best for you and your baby.
It's better to sacrifice a couple months to make sure everything's safe than to risk it.
It all adds up to a safer pregnancy journey. Handle food safely by using separate cutting boards, cleaning kitchen surfaces often, and defrosting frozen foods in the fridge instead of the counter. Finally, don't leave perishable foods out for more than 2 hours. With your Consumer Report, Morgan Johnson, Heartland News.
Well, Megan, while you're avoiding possibly foods to eat, you're also avoiding the chance for rain and spot showers as you head to the grocery store, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if you're going to be out tomorrow, take a look at this Storm Prediction Center outlook. Now, we are going to be bumped up and still seeing parts of that level 1 risk, but also we can see that level 2 starting to creep in with the chance of severe weather. Coming up, we'll have a full look at that full forecast and how this can impact you right here.
And still ahead this afternoon, say hi to this guy. Scott is here live to talk all about his experience representing Southeast Missouri in the Scripps National Spelling Bee. He's a cool guy, stick around for that. But first,
be just fine. Just fine.
aside from following basic internet safety guidelines like not clicking unknown links or answering unknown phone calls, she says you can keep criminals from getting to your finances by freezing your credit in case you would need to do that. Chemical hair, meantime, relaxers are a beauty staple for many, but now they're at the center of a legal and health controversy.
Yeah, Jeffrey, people across the country are suing, claiming their products might be linked to some reproductive cancers.
Morgan Johnson digs into the science and claims in what you need to know about the potential risk in your afternoon Consumer Report.
Heidi Parks began using chemical hair relaxers as a child, a routine beauty ritual with risks she never expected.
Growing up through the years, got my hair straightened on a regular basis with a chemical relaxer.
Then in 2022, Heidi was floored to learn that she had stage 3 ovarian cancer, which she believes is a result of her decades-long use of chemical relaxers.
I wasn't aware of any potential side effects or dangers of using the products. If I had known, I absolutely would not have used the products.
Now, Heidi is one of thousands of women suing companies like L'Oreal, Revlon, and others. Their lawsuits follow a National Institutes of Health study that included data of more than 33,000 women and found that women who use hair relaxers had more than double the risk of developing uterine cancer.
The plaintiffs in this lawsuit include women who were diagnosed with endometrial, ovarian, or uterine cancer after years of using chemical hair relaxers. And attorneys say as part of their treatment, many of these women have had to have hysterectomies, leaving them unable to have children.
Scientists point to chemicals like parabens, phthalates, and BPA in these products, all believed to be endocrine disruptors that affect hormone systems. Some products also contain or release formaldehyde, a known carcinogen.
The attorneys for these women argue that manufacturers misrepresented the toxic health effects of using these products, that they often marketed them as natural or gentle, despite the presence of harmful chemicals.
The manufacturers deny the allegations and argue it's impossible to prove direct causation. As for Heidi, while her cancer is now in remission, the fight continues. She undergoes frequent monitoring and the uncertainty that comes with it.
I'm almost afraid to plan for the future. But I feel like we're always waiting for the rug to be pulled out from underneath us. I constantly live in fear.
In 2023, the FDA announced plans to ban formaldehyde in hair straighteners. But after several delays and a recent White House executive order blocking new regulations, the ban's future is unclear. At the state level, 13 states have already adopted bills aiming to address toxic chemicals in personal care products. With your Consumer Report, Morgan Johnson, Heartland News.
Well, if you're trying to plan for the rest of the week, some good news, temperature-wise, right near that average mark, at least to the first start of June. Now, with the warmer temperatures, we are going to track a couple different rounds for some showers and even some thunderstorms. So I'll walk through the timing of that forecast after the break.
Also the afternoon, we're going to walk you through this. Details of Cape Freedom Fest 2025. So we're talking live music, food trucks, vendors, all for a really great cause, supporting our local veterans. You don't want to miss it. Be sure to stay tuned.